Hey, what did you learn this week? That's what I'm asking. Fridays, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. It's what we do where, it's your chance to, before your weekend gets going, before the end of your week really happens, to take a moment to think about what you've learned, because studies show that when you actually take a moment to voice it, to say what you learned, that you will actually retain that information better. So there's so much to learn on social media. There's so much to learn with promoting yourself in the arts that this is the chance. So every Friday at 2 o'clock, we have WLTW, what I learned this week, what you learned this week, what we all collectively learned this week. So, official Katya Payton, if I'm pronouncing your name right, would love to hear what you learned this week. So leave a comment below. Or if you even want to hop on and share what you learned, you could join the broadcast too. I can make that happen. So I'm Annie Schiffman. I'm the founder of Downstage Media, and Downstage Media is all about social media for performing artists. So we help you have a plan of what to post. We will create posts for your show if you need to create your social media presence. But that's what we do. We help actors, theater people who are overwhelmed with social media have a plan of what to post so that way they can connect with their audiences. So mostly what I talk about is social media through the filter of the performing artist. Oh my God, first person in history to pronounce my name perfectly! Katya Payton, you made my day. I'm so glad. Well, my maiden name is Figgenshoe. So my name was Annie Figgenshoe for a long time, and so I really like to take a moment to make sure that I can pronounce people's names right. Oh, I'm so glad I got that right, Katya. So I would love to hear what you learned. One thing I learned this week is how to pronounce Katya Payton's name. But I have some other notes here. Hold up. Okay. So one thing, and I always if you go to downstage.media/blog, I have all the notes up there as well. It's actually already up there right now, so in case I go kind of quickly. But, okay, so IGTV so Instagram launched a new way that you can let people know about your IGTV videos. So do you use IGTV? I don't think a lot of people are using IGTV. We've been playing with it. We use it. I think it's really important to be an early adopter, especially in something like Instagram. Obviously, they have so much money behind them. They have so many users behind them. I don't think it's a bad thing to play with. And so we always take this video and then upload it to IGTV after the fact. So that way it doesn't just go away after 24 hours. And our views are ridiculously low, like super, super, super low. So then I noticed as I was uploading last week's video with Nicholas Bashore from Hexagon Theater, when I posted that to IGTV, it had this new option, which was what is it called? It's called like post to preview or preview to post. I took a screenshot of it and it'll be up on the blog. But basically what it does is it lets you have a preview to post, I think, a preview of your video up in your Instagram feed. Because I think a lot of people aren't watching IGTV videos because you have to like go in. It's like not that easy to find. So they're making it even easier to find and check out. And I always think it's worthwhile. Like if you have your reel, if you have a promo video about your show, if you have something that's, I even find that 1-minute videos, we've tested them, they just don't go over quite as well on Instagram. So even those videos within the feed. So if you have something that's a little bit longer, then IGTV is a nice place to put it so that way people don't have to leave your feed. They could still watch your reel. They can still see your highlights from your commercials or whatever it is. And they don't have to leave Instagram. But now there's like this little preview there. So that's kind of a cool thing. I really like that new feature. Okay, another Instagram one. We've been talking a lot about Facebook. So the past few weeks I've been talking a ton about Facebook, but today is more of Instagram focused. And Buffer did a big experiment and they found that vertical video really gets so much more engagement, so much more views, and people actually click on what you're doing. So if you're running ads through your videos, then vertical videos is really what you should be checking out on your Instagram stories, on your Instagram feed, in your Facebook feed. Because if you think about it, think about your phone, right? Think about how much more real estate a vertical video takes up on your phone than a square video takes up on your phone, right? It's a lot more. Your vertical video takes up so much more. So you can really see it if you think even versus like, you know, like a YouTube video is that big on your screen. But when you have vertical video, it does so much better. So that is something that they have found. They did this whole exhaustive test on it. There are so many stats and everything. So we put a link to it up on the blog. So if you go to downstage.media/blog, you'll find that out. But something to note about that is, hey, Sam Machado. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm kind of feeling confident about my name pronunciation skills this afternoon. Anyway, so if you do that though, you don't have to feel like you have to make all these fancy polished videos. They found that more DIY type videos got longer views and people actually clicked on them more. So I feel like that is great news for people who want to do a fun backstage video or just sort of something on the fly if you're on tour and you want to just do something fun while you're on the plane or you're waiting in line or, you know, something like that. I think is super fun. I will always recommend it's good to have good lighting, good sound, and a stable video. And so again, up on the blog, I put a link to what we recommend, what we like you to use. No, I mean, you use whatever you like, but what we like to use for our phones, just like what we attach to it, like what our setup usually is. So that is also something to know. So vertical video doesn't have to be super polished. You don't need to have like fancy things swiping in or swiping out or whatever. You can just do your own thing, but just make sure that people at least can see you and hear you and won't get epilepsy from watching your video. And then take that video, put it up on IGTV. You've got this new preview to post feature, so that way people can check it out more. I can't even tell you how many more views we got. It was crazy just by using that feature. So. And of course, I would love to hear from you. What did you learn this week? This is a great way for other artists to learn from each other. So you could talk about your craft. You can talk about, you could say what you learned within your craft, within marketing yourself, anything like that. Would love to hear it. So use the hashtag WLTW on Instagram and Twitter. So that way we could find out, hey, how's it going? So we can find out what you learned this week and we can actually learn from each other, because I just love the idea of artists picking up on little things from one another. So actors, directors, producers, choreographers, wherever you are in that world, what did you learn this week? Because you will retain what you learned so much better by sharing it with other people and actually taking that time to figure out what it is that you learned this week before your week crashes into your weekend, and then you're off and running your weekend, and then you're off and running your weekend, and blah, 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 blah. It gets crazy like that. So if you want a recap of everything, as you know, we will be putting this up on IGTV in the next couple of days, and we have a blog ready to go, blog post already up. You can go to downstage.media/blog with all the stuff that I learned this week. But I'm just one person. I want to hear what you learned this week. So use the hashtag WLTW, and I can't wait to find out what you learned this week. And I'll see you next week, 2 o'clock on Friday, Eastern Standard Time, WLTW. Have a good one.